Welcome one, welcome all, welcome to another exciting episode of Humankind. And I am sorry to say, I regret to say that our previous game is unrecoverable. It turns out that they did a hotfix patch on the game, and we can no longer use... It broke all the mods, and including the one that I was using, the Vanilla Improvement Project. So we have to start a new game, which is disappointing because I really wanted to see how that one turned out. I've done quite a few games of Humankind through the first couple of eras, haven't really got to the end, and I was kind of hoping to do it this time. So we're going to start a new game with random personalities. Probably going to just stick with the same situation we have here. 2 to 4 continents, new world, some islands, sort of standard kind of land percentage and things like that. This is what's going to change things up. The continent form and spread is random. We're going to maybe get a map that looks kind of Earthish. Maybe we'll get some island chains that look more long and stringy, aka or i.e. I should say, similar to what you see in the Indonesian islands and things like that. So it's going to be interesting. Again, my mixer is still not fixed, so, or rather replaced. So if you do have any suggestions with regards to the audio while we're playing through here, please let me know. We're going to play again on slow. That's the correct way to play a civilization game. At least 450 turns is the sweeping move of history. We're going to try nation because, again, I don't like playing against an AI that's playing by very different rules, I should say. The nation AI does get some boosts. It cheats a little bit, but not quite enough that it's super noticeable. So that's why I like that difficulty. Bumping it up, it becomes very apparent that the AI is, well, not very. It becomes noticeable at certain points that the AI is playing with different rules than you. And that always bugs me. And I know, I mean, they've made some significant improvements to the AI since the game launched. I'm sure it still has problems. These 4X games are always notoriously difficult to train and script properly to cover so many different possible situations. We're not going to rewatch that.
Is where it begins. The future that you carve through force of will.
Okay,
and
we got a nice river there.
Out of the raw stuff of planet Earth. Not everything worth appreciating was forged by human hands.
Well, that's cool. We came up with a natural wonder right away, which gave us 30 science, but we only got credit for 2, so maybe it gave us 30. I don't
Just
know.
because a culture died out doesn't mean it wasn't worthy of study.
Okay, you are too loud, guy. Voice volume. I'm just gonna turn him down a bunch. Alright, so let's look at this here. This is very nice. Copper and horses right off the bat. Very good. We can sell that to people, use it for our own military means and economic means, since those have some infrastructures associated with them. That can be a nice boost. The fact that we started strong with a science, go up there. With a double science find, that is hopeful that we can maybe get the knowledge star this start. We do kind of have to go around that, don't we? Now let's look here. A lot of these are only 1 strength, so that doesn't make them super good. I mean, later in the game, that doesn't matter. The vast majority of your income is going to come from the districts that you build and your populations. The territory that you build on gets less and less important. And yet, you know, plus 10 stability is not bad. And specifically a bonus for salt. That's a little unusual, right? I wonder why this gives you extra money for salt. I'm sure there's something specific to do with that. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, do I really want to do that? Okay, I guess I did. I'm going to back up here and force him to come to us. Because luckily for... Oh, and he's also starting weakened? Or no, that... I don't know. Luckily, the animals are dumb enough to just charge into you, even though they're on defense, quote-unquote. Alright. Do this, they get 1 more round where they attack us, and we'll win. There we go. So there's some extra everything. Okay. Let's go this way first. Oh, hey, look at that. We want to go straight over there? I guess we're going to. Still looking good for the knowledge star.
Sustenance, security, and pleasure. Wonderful stuff, this simple food.
Ugh, I can't get up there, though. This rocky... It's very hard to get around here. This has always been confusing to me. When would you not take a free unit? Like, this is insane. A free unit at this point in the game is so valuable, so incredibly valuable, that there's no bonus you could put on the other side that really would match it, I don't think. Ugh. These guys are full. And they've got some experience, but not quite enough. I don't know how this shakes out with regards to the... Why would we put it... come down to us, huh? Let's put it here. And if they come to us, I think they get the penalty for crossing river. See what they do. Oh, they won't come to us because they can't see us. Okay, that's not good. Okay, I guess they got the penalty for river crossing as the attacker. We're both getting it. Okay, well, that can't be that bad then. Alright, unfortunately that's going to carry over, isn't it? Because I screwed up. So... Oh, no, we were just forced to retreat is what happened. Ah.
This way.
Well, that's a bit annoying. Ooh, gemstones, though. Can we really say it's that bad if we go... Ooh, and look at that. A knowledge curiosity popped up right there.
Do it.
Let's get on this high ground and see what we can see. Got tea, also. And... papyrus. It's actually looking not terrible. We start in... Ooh, look at all these too. This is a fantastic place. I think we want to start our city here. Right on this high crest? Wow, that is fantastic. I know that that is really good too. That's actually one better. But it's on a river as opposed to a very well defensible situation here. And yet this has... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 river spots adjacent to it, huh? The big problem is there's no food here. No food here at all. Not even that we could extend onto to get to. I guess this spot right here has pure food. So we could put a farmer's quarter there and then go into the valley. The alternative is down here. Oof, that is so much food. These two together would be very good. We put a city down here, which is just pure food with a little bit of river and the forest there, and then one over here that's just got so much potential for production. But I like this high seat for visual purposes, even though it's not ideal. That's a capital location if I've ever seen one. That's all I'm saying. Come back here, deer. You owe me more venison, I guess. Alright, well we got that. We're at 5 of 15. Unfortunately not quite as far as I'd hoped. Okay, so minus on city defense research cost, which gives us the walls and the warrior, if I'm not mistaken. Bountiful can actually help us get to the growth star. Oh, but retain will get to the knowledge star. Yeah, let's retain this man who dared hold on to his secret fungal cave. You come back. I'm going to get you. And this one has no food on it. This one has 15, so maybe I'll let that one go over there. I can meet them together at some point. Let's go this way and just see what we can see. Ugh. I was hoping for something to show up there. Can we get them before they run away? Yes, we can. We got it. Victory. Alright, now this guy can get that and actually stop a lair here. What to do here? I guess we just keep exploring far and wide. Sanctuary or knife?
For the tribe.
Burn it! Burn it for the tribe! Uh-oh. Uh-oh. A bear, huh? What do these things top out at? 11? I mean, these guys are getting experience. They would get a lot of experience if they were fighting a bear. Uh-oh. Okay. You know what? The right thing to do here is just keep control of the hot gates and make him come to us because we get the +2 defensive bonus. Oh no, he actually is going to just ignore us and run away, I guess. Because he didn't... The animals don't actually charge at you if you just back off. But if we could have gotten a high ground advantage on him, then it definitely would have been... Ooh. There are 2 different players here, which again suggests to me that I might consider a merchant start if it's available to me. Still haven't found any more knowledge stars, and we're gonna need them, so let's head up this way and see if we can find some. Oh, somebody just picked those up there. Uh-oh. Is the bear back? But this time we have a second faction here, so let's put them both there, so that if they come to us, they're gonna have to get hit by both sides. So I think, was there a way that you could, like, click and see what it looks like if they attack you? I guess not. I kind of hoped there was. Like, if it would show you a preview of what the damage looked like if they attacked you under this circumstance or that circumstance. But I'm just gonna take the bonus. There we go. Now I think he might be more damaged. Yeah, he's -1 from damage, so we get a little bonus ahead of him. I think we can kill him in 2 shots here. Nope, not quite. But now he's heavily damaged. We got it. Commentate Company of Heroes or delete your channel, because that's the only thing that matters. Alright, let's see. Ooh, another +2. This could get us there, but boy, we are not doing well on... Oh, there we go. Okay. I don't like how many opponents are so close to us here. Can we get to that before them? We're gonna try.
Oh. Time for your first battle? I bet you're absolutely dying to see how your fighters handle themselves.
Are they really gonna attack me when I'm... 2-for-1 advantage here? I guess so. Alright, we only barely hurt them back there. But we're gonna keep our defensive advantage. There we go. Just one more. There we go.
Together.
Take that, thusly. I don't remember what we get for defeating another tribe in this phase. Nothing. You don't gain any spoils. It's kind of disappointing. But if they're going to be aggro, I guess we got to go be aggro too. But I don't want to be aggro until we've... Oh boy. Let's back off. I wanted to heal up first. Oh hey, we found... we found a spot. And as soon as we get there, we'll be able to travel into the next era. And uh-oh, the zoo's already been chosen. So what options are available to us here? The zoo and the Nubians. Oh no, that would have been a pretty good option. The Phoenicians also good. We are on a coastal area. Money per adjacent coastal water. Let's take a quick look at what we've got. This area here, decent amount of coastal water. Not great. This one here's pretty good, but still not great. Can't see the rest of it. No, I don't think the harbor and the Phoenicians are going to be the winning ticket here. Sometimes you... Oh, this one actually really good. Yeah, you put one here, it can get quite a lot. That's a good harbor spot there. But we really need to come back and build an outpost somewhere. Make that a thing. But I also want to go and pillage that. So we're going to choose one of these three. What is this area missing that we're going to need in the early game? Well, we know that we don't have that many population going into the next era, so I think what we need is food. Especially because some of these areas, well, no, a lot of them are actually not bad for food. And yet there's so many rivers. Can we get the rapids? That might be what we want. Because we are flush with rivers. So I think a capital that attaches these two provinces right off the bat and takes advantage of this area here with all of these rivers, as well as this river and that river, and then get a second city built off of this river over here, that's not bad. So in that case, we're going to have plenty of food. Let's just get a little bit of industry to help us out. And yeah, I think we're going to choose before somebody else takes what we want. I think the Rapins are our option here. Is considered as river. And plus, it will upgrade our runners that we're about to go into sort of pseudo-combat with. I think, what is the special thing about the runners versus the scouts? Let's take a quick look. Oh, I can't look because the technology's not available. Oh well. I think that's a decent shot. We're going to confirm it and head into the new era right now.
Ah, the challenges of a young civilization. It's hard keeping up with the neighbors. While the Harappans
we know.
certainly had markets, they left few remains.
So yeah, the other is this one and this one together. I do want that natural wonder, but so much you can do. So if these guys go and try to burn this, not because we want it, but just because I don't want them to have it. Does that make sense? Please no take. Oh, that's right. The other thing the runners are is they're really much faster. 5 versus the other one. Okay, so we need to send up a settlement over here, ASAP. Boost up our, well, you know, or here. Get a little bit of money. It's only 5, but, you know, what else are you going to do? So we'll upgrade that into our main city.
Shelter for those who need it. A place to store food.
We know we're going to need that. We know we're going to need that. Is there a place?
But it beats sleeping under trees.
Yes. But +6 is so small. I think that might be more valuable. A +7. This might be more valuable. And then do we want to build another runner? Not with the little pop that we have. I know we're growing pretty quickly, but still. And honestly, I'm going to put that in industry because the rest of this is going to take freaking forever. We're in the area where we can get artisans' quarters, so let's do that. But then we also know that we've got that and that coming up. Oh god, is this gonna be right in our way? Nope, he's gonna let us through. Good.
Right. Charge!
Yeah! Yeah! Rawr! Oh, but that guy is gonna be right in the way. Oh my god. Alright, I guess we kinda gotta sit here and wait for him to pass by or go somewhere else.
We'll stay here.
And I should probably bring those guys back and explore this other area where I'm hoping to set up a second city. Is he still sitting there? Come on, my dude.
Right here.
I think we're going to take this opportunity to get the +5 right now. Actually, we haven't created any outposts, so maybe this minus 40% is more valuable at the moment. But I mean, +5, you look at that and you go, well, that's a 25% increase. How much is this other one actually going to save us in comparison? That's actually more valuable much later. And really the question is, do we want bonus faith or do we want bonus science? Honestly, the bonus faith might be more valuable in order to get our first religion. Or I do nothing and just save up the points instead of using them there. Because the alternative was that other one. Legitimacy? Yeah. Yeah, we're just going to hold off on both of those for now. We have things to do if this stupid mammoth would get out of the way. You've got to be kidding me.
Yes.
It's held me up for 2 whole turns now. What is he doing just standing there? Look, everybody else is moving. Why aren't you moving, you stupid mammoth? I'm gonna go kill that guy. That mammoth can't be allowed to live. Kinda like this one.
No mercy.
No mercy for the mammoths. It's their fault this is all happening.
Follow me.
And now, I really dislike that your scout units have to go back to home territory in order to heal. I'm sure that there's some good reason for that. Or maybe. Now there's another one in my way. This is a conspiracy.
Yes, Commander.
Alright, the city has now got more to do. Alright, I think we're going to do this, which will unlock the areas down here, and then we'll do this. And the reason that we want to put this over here is we want to create a new river. This counts as a river, so why would we build it anywhere that already has a river? That is not super valuable. So we'll wait and we'll build it down in this valley here after the other district is complete. These guys just need to heal up a little bit more. Are you absolutely serious? What? What is this? Okay, new plan. Come murder this bastard. He's in my way again.
Keep an eye out.
I don't think it's the same one, but did he like run around just to get in my way? No, he's leaving. That's right, you better run. Still, I want to go get it. I think it's worth something good. Alright, anyway, what we're telling these guys to do... Oh, yeah, this is going to be a beautiful position. More rivers. It's unfortunate we didn't have our second outpost built by now. Where did that guy go?
Follow me.
Come back here, elephant.
Come over here.
I was not done with you. There he is. Get him. There we go. Oh, there's the other one. They must be stopped.
Follow me. I'm on it. Let's get him!
We're just hunting everything here, because we didn't get to hunt it in the previous era. Because we just left so quick.
And now you've met the Mycenaeans. Let's hope relations go well. Their forts are rather formidable.
Bada bing, bada boom. We have met the Mycenaeans, huh?
This is where I greet.
From my people, and from myself, heartfelt greetings. Let us see if we can build a better...
So what do we know? These... Oh, they did build that back again after... That means they're going to have horses, and I don't like that. Not one bit. I'm also going to have horses? But, like... I've got people that run. That's what I've got. This is bonus food in percentages. 2% food per tea. That's not as good as flat bonuses at this beginning part of the game, for sure. Alright, now we can we still need to wait one turn to connect this to the capital. And then a question is, do we start working on our second city, or do we try to connect this to the capital as well?
You should listen to this.
We don't even have any luxuries, but I don't want to fight you, so we'll get that trade going. Oh no, I lost a unit! I would not have lost a unit. I'm pissed.
Got it.
So these
My
are the
agrarian
Babylonians.
stars are going to be harder to come by
It
now.
can only be an advantage to have a neighbor as smart as you are.
And what is that? Babylonians.
I'm a good neighbor and a loyal friend.
Okay, I believe you. Probably. But I've got all this influence, and the question is what to do with it. Oh, I was also going to build that guy down there. Let's not forget that. And let's not forget that. These guys should be getting real... Yeah. 2 stars. They are hunting a lot of stuff. We could even build another one, just for the heck of it.
We've been going nowhere.
Yes, I cannot dispute
We should
the
try
benefit
forward.
in that.
Ooh, we can get ebony, which, yes, does extra industry.
This
That's
is
good.
most satisfying.
The world comes a bit closer together, thanks to the first trade link that will bring shiny baubles and greedy vendors.
This city is just slowly cranking up. I feel like I'm falling considerably farther behind. I do have, you know, a bit of money from all this hunting, which is good. It's just not that great. What I need is more population. And it is growing very, very slowly. I only got the 4. What's my actual production here? It's 18. So this Maker's Quarter is going to get us up to 20-something. That's not too bad.
Let's go.
So the animal
Assyrians.
barns...
The fact that they have horses and siege engines might indicate their preferences as a neighbor.
Oh, this isn't attached yet. Jesus Christ, I'm sitting here. This is the AI's handicap, as I'm just sitting here derping and not playing correctly. There's the guy that wouldn't move. Let's go get him. After we get this guy, I guess. There we go. 20 gold. Now we gotta go back and heal, though, because it's the way the system works.
Of course.
Now that I'm thinking of it, I wonder if this wouldn't be a better city all on its own. I think it's gonna. I think it's gonna be a city. Nope. Oh my god. Oh my god, I can't believe I did that. Alright. We're backing up to right when it became not an outpost. I literally was looking at it going, oh, it's only got one more turn. And then on the next turn, I did nothing with it. So we're going to back up and do something with it right away so I don't have such a brutal handicap. I feel like I'm just sitting spinning my wheels compared to other starts. This is really bad. So we're just going to take back that dumb mistake. This is probably the turn that it just arrived. And I think I'm going to turn it straight into a second city. I almost never do that. But this is a very decent spot for a starting location, so I'm just going to do it. I'm going to try something new here. I've never actually gone and directly started a second city without attaching something first. But we're trying it out. We now need to find things to attach to our capital because it's very lonely. I really wish I still had that last guy. So in this area that has the Danakil Desert, we could probably attach this to this, and this could be our production base. It also has the copper, which is another strong reason to get it. It also has the gemstone, which is a stronger reason still. So we're going to need 111 influence, though. And
The
this
Assyrians.
has...
The fact that they have
one guy.
horses and siege engines might indicate their preferences as a neighbor.
So the advantage of having two cities right off the bat is you can get this +4 influence. They can't collectively build stuff very quickly, but they can build double the infrastructure. And their population cap is generally higher. It's 8 and 9 versus what it would be is extra +4 if they attached instead of +8. And you also get the consumption curve of cities. If I had, let's say, a total of 8 population, and these guys were attached, they would be consuming a lot more food than if we had 2 4-size cities. So they will grow considerably faster, which, since we're an agrarian people, does seem like the right thing to do.
No fear.
Now, what did we get from that? That was a +40 money from curiosity. That's good. I think I need to get my capital some working boost here. Now, it's got a pretty decent start as far as production is concerned. I built in the wrong place, though. I really should have built here, because there's more ways to expand over in this direction with regards to production than there are in this direction. But, whatever. We'll get to it all eventually, I hope. Let's do a Maker's Quarter immediately. That boosted my industry by quite a bit. Now,
What do you want now?
still no good trades except for that one
Something
ebony,
to make our
huh?
affairs more civil?
Yes, I cannot
Now,
dispute the benefit.
I don't have anything yet, but we're working on it. We're going to get a couple new resources for you to buy, and then we'll be swimming in the gold as well. Oh, I need to lock this down ASAP and take a look at the one I'm walking into, because over here we have another empire already having claimed a bunch of this.
Come over here. Over this way. Over this way. Off we go.
So, this middle territory right here, I don't know that it's worth fighting over, but I would like to have it as a buffer just in case. But it's more important to get this one, and, although it thinks that that's the case. But this is the one I want to connect to this. So let's see, where's the best place to put this? I mean, the actual wonder isn't so great. It goes all the way up here, so I can mess around with that river, but not really. I always do hate that you can't exploit things outside of your territory. It's very, very frustrating. 5 and 13, 5 and 14. That's probably going to be the best. Yeah. We're going to go with 5 and 14. And then we'll connect that to this, which just has a huge area to expand into in order to get more food, but not much when it comes to getting more production.
Greetings to the Nubians. Now there's
There
some
they
good
are.
fortune. a neighbor who may be more interested in commerce than conflict.
So, we want to connect this to our capital ASAP. If we actually took this, we'd give them a grievance against us too, so there's that too. Think, consider.
Yes, I
I do like that idea.
Benefit in that.
Now, I was told that this war support equilibrium goes down 1 for every treaty that you make. And I've seen it happen sometimes, and I don't remember if that's a mod thing or not, but...
Life is wonderful, is it not? Treat me and my people with respect, and all will be well.
I mean, it's not a territory on your border. This is a territory on your border. So, unfortunately, we've got that crisis. We aired grievances against them? Well, that's just lying. Or no, maybe that's referring to that. They aired grievances against us, although they don't have any demands just yet. We have earned the Merchant Reputation Badge. I don't remember how you get that. I guess your trade routes have to be going... A certain number of trade routes have to be going through your city? Is that what it was? I don't remember. And this gemstone here... Dang! It only gives bonuses to market quarters. That's annoying. Oh, well, yeah. I mean, it's the stability, obviously, still good, but I was hoping for something practical. I guess it is what it is.
This is something you need to see.
Okay, what do you have for luxuries? Ooh.
The benefit in that.
I can't afford any of them.
This is wonderful! I'm pleased.
That's what we need. Some money, some science. We've already got ebony, but we'll get more of it. I'll take it. An extra 2%. 2% isn't a lot. But if you can get up to 6%, that's still not a lot. If you can get up to 12%, now we're talking real money. Or food in this case, I guess.
We'll keep an eye on things.
We're not going to try to fight for that territory. I mean, it's okay, but it's not great, and I don't know how I'd incorporate it into my setup anyway. So instead, we will go and try to explore other areas of the map that we might take advantage of, like this one, attached to our capital. We need to do that as fast as possible, because it looks like we're coming up against another player over here, who's got access to obsidian.
Of power and a lasting memory of this era.
There we
Go
go.
ahead. Be smug.
Alright, this one is completed, and what I could do is pay influence to get these gemstones, but I don't need the stability. And the bonuses are going to go to the market quarter, so I'm not going to do that. Instead, we're just going to attach this in, which gives us... Wow, it doubles our production. That is so valuable. And our capital's missing that right now, because I'm just... This guy's going to block me again? This is the anti-Mammoth Crusade episode. I can't even.
I have something here that should please us both.
What do you have for
are as just as
obsidian?
You are wise.
2% feels really low, but
Hail, friend. I have a note.
I like this. I like all this happy, non-fighting situation, because I'm just trying to build up my infrastructure right now. There's so much for me to explore. It's absolutely insane. Let's throw another of those guys up there. Let's go ahead and grab this. And we'll eventually grab that because other people will want it for stability, and we will also want it for stability. Kill the deer. 5 money is still 5 money.
Let's go.
No! You're stopping there? Are you really stopping there? These guys are at, what, 16 now? Against this guy at 11. Oh, he's at 14. Ugh. Not 11 at all.
Something to make our
What do the
affairs more
Babylonians
civil?
have? They don't have anything, but I'm
Fascinating.
okay with
Yes, I
it
cannot-
because I'm gonna have horses to sell, trade.
Keeping an eye on.
Uh-oh. Many servants from the city's palace have been castrated. Unacceptable. Let's go ahead and punish them for that and take advantage of it to get more stuff. He's just gonna sit there. He's just gonna sit there. No, he's not. He killed another unit! Oh my god. This is just not a good night for me. Like, I wouldn't let a unit die. So what the hell? Why would the AI do it? I do that to save time, and in the end it doesn't save time if it fails. I wish it gave me some kind of odds instead of just, well, I guess it kind of does, but the numbers implied that it was going to be very good. We are fighting from either uphill or a river, and yet...
Follow me.
Still, the right thing to do is have these guys chilling back here. Come at us, bro. See? Because now I can go downhill. It shouldn't even be a contest. Yeah, that's how it should have gone. Losing a unit. Get out of here. I already dealt with that one time.
We've been going nowhere.
Yeah, we're going to continue doing that. Alright, we need to take this before somebody else does. Maybe put a city right in that crater?
They have a certain appeal, the Olmecs. Be careful that your people don't start liking the neighbors more than you.
Okay. Because we have 2 cities, we could take advantage of this, which gives us 12. This would give us 5 and 6. No, 5 and 2. Yeah, I think we gotta go with polytheism here at the moment.
Hail, friend. I have your proposal
Ooh,
makes
salt.
good
We know we
sense.
like salt.
I say yes.
Bonus food per salt, but also, more importantly, this thing gives us that bonus money per salt on Empire. There it is, plus 10 money from salt. Good times. Alright. So, we need to go here and kill all these things that are happening down here. I don't like it. Oh good, I didn't have to back up again. So it's gonna grow in 3 turns. I'm gonna build another runner to go with this guy. And have them go as a separate team to go hunt mammoths, perhaps.
No mercy!
Oh, now there's places to put... Okay. 14 and 11 or 17 and 11. Wow. Jumps up there because of the +4, huh? Well, yeah, so the city captures both the production and the food. So putting it on top of this, what is it, tabula rasa? Excellent. Okay, so that is going to make these guys angry, I think.
To see you again.
But it had to be done, and it's going to be connected to my capital, and there's nothing you can do about it, so shush. And then I'm going to try to get this river up here. And then does this place have a river? It doesn't. And yet, I still want it. It's a good border state.
The world is full of new... Your proposal makes good sense.
Alright, so let's
I
take a look
say
at what we could potentially afford here. No.
How do you do?
We already got ebony.
Tell me about
Pearls. We
your
just don't have enough money to buy any of those. But we're getting our own luxuries coming online right now that are hopefully going to get sold. Okay, now I need to go and investigate this little peninsula down here. How do we unlock the civic here? 10 population and at least 2 cities. Okay, well, we're going to try to get that. We're going to get that soon, right? We have 11, but I guess they have to be in cities. So, it is what it is. Who are these guys? Mercenaries of the Elamites. I gotta grab my territories before they steal them. 1 in 4 turns, huh? Got a decent reserve of influence, but it's going to disappear as soon as I try to get the rest of these outposts. Alright, now I can get copper added to the queue here. Get another 22 bucks out of that. Oh. You're saying there's a deer. I'm saying I don't care. Alright, next on our priority list. We know that the lumberyard could be quite valuable. The ability to clear forest isn't terrible. And honestly, I think the harbor could be very valuable. Because we have quite a few coastal areas that we're looking into here. Specifically this one. Like, this is a big coastal area that could have a lot of value. Especially as food, which, you know, agrarian society, hello. Defiant or superstitious. Ugh, I don't want to pay, so we're just going to overlook these weird things. There's our agrarian star. Is that our second one or our first one? That's our first one. Ugh, we are not doing a good job with agrarian stars. So we've still got a 44 surplus. Yeah, we got much more to build in there. And here, oh, our stability's already crashed. We can kind of fix it with that. At least this doesn't cost us any stability. Yeah, we want it to go back up. And, because until then, we're getting much fewer influence from it. Much less influence, I should say. Uh-oh. The Minoans. Well, we gotta do something about that ASAP. Which honestly suggests to me I better build yet another freaking runner out of my capital, too. Because, look, they've got friends. Ah! Okay. Maybe instead of another runner, build something stronger. Like a warrior. Now, is that other outpost? One more and I'll connect it to the capital. It'll pretty significantly improve our capital's production there. Kind of wish ransacking would slightly increase your health, like by 20% or something. Of the... Uh-oh.
Off we go.
Well, I don't like that one bit. I didn't even know they could come from down there. I was hoping that was a peninsula that ended in nothing. So with regards to independent people, we could reduce the upkeep cost on all of our units, or is it just mercenaries? It doesn't say. It should say. It implies only that. Wow. There is one person watching this, and somebody came in and spammed our chat. That's insane. So, obviously, we want to commercial content or spam. Report. And then remove. I wonder, are they all different users? There we go. Just one user. I think. So, we're back here. I need this influence to build more stuff. But, so founding myths could get it. But create outpost costs have gone up quite a bit, so I think this is our option. It increases our faith.
If the gods hadn't chosen us, somebody else would be standing here.
And it increases our
That
faith.
seems to leave a lot of interpretation of right and wrong. Not to mention yours and mine.
And these repeatables, remember, in the Vanilla Improvement Project, are pretty good. Now, we can finally attach that to our capital. Booyah. Considerable boost. Put this here. Put this here. Yeah, especially if we cut this woodland down. I'm wondering if we cut the woodland down, it's probably going to be dry grass, isn't it? It's annoying. Oh, there they are. I want to burn this down while it's still not yet a city that we have to actually siege. Okay, he's going further away. We've got our chance. So let's go burn this. How many turns is it going to take? 4? Oh, he's definitely getting back here before then. Crap, takes too long.
You are as just.
Oh, we can
as
get
your
ambergris,
wives.
which is
Let's
science.
make it so.
That's what I call a leader.
Let's take a quick look and see what we're missing for stars. Aesthete stars, but that can't be helped. Science stars are missing, so I think ambergris is a good
The world
option
is full of
for
new
us.
opportunities, is
Ooh,
it not?
but
Hear my proposal.
Fascinating.
bonus 1 on
Not
Maker's
yet.
Quarter. Ooh, we can get another salt. We have the salt.
How
Salt.
you doing, friend?
She bought the ambergris from somebody, from the other guy here. Incense is money. There's Mr. Ambergris here. Take it. Oh, she's got her own ambergris. Grab that too. Is it cheap enough? No, we need 169, so no. I don't think these guys are gonna make it.
Yes.
Orange, 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 orange. Up there. I just want this Minoan city, man. I just need it. Alternatively, we could try to, Great Barrier Reef. Look at that. Bonus stability, like so. Yeah, this is a good spot for a city down here, and we could certainly get one more as soon as we get our stupid population up. One more population is actually all we need. And Aesthete Star is good. Somehow we're doing okay. Haven't seen them trying to come back. Give us all of your money in a paper bag. Your ear or something. Uh-oh. That's a bear. Run away from the bear! I mean, that's a unfortunate positioning on its face, but I like it from a defensive perspective. And there's a really good triangle of, yeah, really good triangle of food quarters there. Oh my god. He's back. Dude, there is nobody watching this. There's a chat bot coming into the channel and spamming when there's nobody watching it. That's absolutely insane. Does anybody actually see the thing that says, "Oh, come here. to this thing, we are cheaper and better than Tinder. Like, I can't imagine that works at all. Because a service that is so very good as that is, obviously, clearly, would it need a bot advertising on random YouTube channels? There it is again. They're still here. He also would like you to know they have real people, not women of the evening on their channel. That's a good distinction. Patriotic wouldn't be terrible, considering our. Actually, this wouldn't either. I really need to get cracking on this. I know it's going to lower my stability, and I was worried about stability, but honestly, yeah. I mean, sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. The bonus to the production is going to be too valuable to ignore. Alright, so we're going to try to construct another city right here. There's our harbor. And that's actually going to be phenomenally good on this brand new city here. No question.
Yes, Commander.
Alright, we are at 3 and 7, so we should have that new civic, nah? Yes, we do. Look at that. +1 city cap. And that also gets us what? Influence on emblematic district. Going the other way would get us +1 city cap also, but also bonus stability on the capital. Let's do that.
It may seem dictatorial, but at least the chain of command is clear.
Yeah, got it. Got it for you. Thank you. All right, we are 2 turns away from being able to plop down something here and connect it to the capital. And we need a new target. Well, we do have horses, so being able to build chariots does seem like a good idea. This is very important. I'm actually going to put that ahead of masonry, to be honest. Being able to reinforce a battle is something you just take for granted later in the game. There's a scientist star. Fantastic. We've got 334. Perhaps we should go look for something. Start over here and look.
Your
Okay,
empire
sage.
is an enigma.
Okay, and pearls. I think we can do that, and we can even do it by sea, apparently. Now, is this... What about share maps? I want to see what's going on here.
I have a proposition.
Ooh, that's
for
expensive,
you.
but I'm going to do it.
Yes, I cannot dispute the benefit.
Now I can see a little bit more of what's going on. So the sage is coming via the sea all the way around to the capital's trade port there. Interesting. Not capital. It's going into one of my cities. I guess whatever... It doesn't have to go into any particular city, I guess. Alright, now this is here, and we need 765 in order to... Oh, the bear's coming at me! Come at me, bro. Give me the 10 for free. So here's the thing. I already took the -40 on create outpost cost, but I'm going to pay the penalty to get the +5 because I need everything I can get in order to get to 700
We've
something.
been here. It's our place.
Alright, this is going to go back up. The -10 from forced labor is actually going to go away and help us. If we can save up some money and get another couple of luxury resources, we should be in good shape with the city. Oh, gosh, but we can't save up our money. We've got floods. We gotta protect it. I think that actually has a decent chance to give you a boost to your population. And that is definitely our goal here. We're not even at the 2nd star. That's going to take quite a lot. I'm going to send these guys down here. Is there more to this peninsula than just this one thing? They did burn it. Okay, we've got to build this ASAP. I should have waited. I forgot I had to settle 2 more of those. So, like, I shouldn't have switched over to natural right yet. I still had 2 more outposts to build, but too late now. Alright, you guys just chill. Hello, Tingle. Yeah, the chatbot was on the YouTube side, not on the Twitch side.
Let's go.
You missed some major shenanigans with a mammoth.
Your proposal makes good sense. I say yes.
Things change.
Or rather,
Yes,
several.
I
I think the
cannot
entire
dispute
race
the
of
benefit
mammoths
in
was
that.
out to get me for.
Oh, well played. Well played.
I don't have coffee, so I'm going to go ahead and focus on that. I should have been a merchant culture. Look at it. I'm buying from everybody. I'm right in the middle of the map. We can choose army composition. I don't want to spend any influence on that. Not right now. And honestly, I don't think I need this warrior now. Or if I do, I don't need to add it to that. I should probably have some military forces sort of in the back burner being ready here. Oh, this is going to need to be somewhere. +5 does seem like the right place to put it. So this already has bonus stability from this natural wonder. This city's got bonus stability from that natural wonder once I turn it into a city. We might be good for aesthete stars as well. Ah, here we go. 17 and 7 is clearly better than 18 and 5, I think. And this has more rivers. Yeah, and the Babylonians forgave it. Thank you, Babylonians. We appreciate you doing what you do.
Are you wine or are you vinegar?
I know you've got your own ambergris, and I kind of want it, but not yet. Alright, and this is still up above 100, so we're still maxing out our influence. Remember, your influence from population is 2 if it's above 90. So as our population increases, our influence per turn is going to continue to increase. And I'm going to try to stop producing units and just keep focusing on production of food-based things. Here we go. So that's an extra 6 food. And if we can find somebody else
Yes, greetings.
that is trading
I hope you don't mind
strategics with us that has horses.
How do you do? Whoever you are.
Nope.
Come, relax. Let us.
You have my ear.
No.
Tell me what you wish to discuss.
Why are you here?
There it is. Can you buy it? No, you're not trading everything with me. But what if you did? Ah, there we are. Can buy it. Alright, that's perfect. And it's pretty cheap, too.
Good proposal.
So, now, makes sense to get this, because now it's 14 food for them. I think it's 13 for these guys. 11. Still. Look how long this territory is. Holy crap, it's enormous. That's insanity.
Understood.
And it's not 100% clear, but there might even be stuff over here that we could get to by boat. Ending. It looks like we could cross over to the purple player here.
What concerns you
Currently
today?
the zoo. Midas. I gotta remember his name's Midas.
So nice to...
Midas is over there. Because the culture names change, so I have a hard time of thinking of them by the cultural name like I would in a civilization game. But if I could think of them... Now that's interesting. So if this becomes a city, I'm going to connect it with this right here, which is good. But if this is a territory in my empire, what do I connect it to? The capital? The capital does has plus 25. So the capital could be a super capital. That's not a terrible idea, especially now the Zhu are the ones that get the stability bonuses, are they not? I think I'm remembering that correctly. What do I do with these guys? I think they come over here and consider what to do with this. I think we... Oh, but if we ransack it, we get so much money, but we also piss off a bunch of people. Religious rights. We can't afford it. Not right now. We don't even have a holy district yet. We can't afford that either. Our religion is okay. It's actually spreading at a decent rate. These guys here. The Babylonians, the Mycenaeans, and the Olmecs. So, trade route purchased from the Babylonians. I would have to rebuy 2 of these. I think that is what that's suggesting, that 2 of my trade routes go through here.
What concerns you today?
Yeah. That's a bit of an annoyance. I'd get that money and then I'd be able to use it to repurchase it.
Come over here.
Alright, this is very slowly growing the population. It would probably be combined with a city in this territory that would be set up to get as much food as possible, which means it's going to be like in this general vicinity. Could be right on top of this, honestly. Then just build a farmer's quarter here that just like, eats all of that. Alternatively, it could be in this direction, which allows me to build farmer's quarters here and farmer's quarters there. And it would also let me build in this direction. Yeah, that's not a terrible idea. I would miss out on this. We'll have to figure that out. Get there. I kind of think I need to do this. That's a lot of money. And it would let me build on this. Uh-oh. I don't like them being there. Even with my 3. Even if I had... Oof. That's really rough. My runners are just not that strong. Even this one with 2 stars is only a 16. This is a 22 and a 19. Oof. Alright. Well, no bountiful harvest as a result of the flood, but at least we didn't get destroyed. Alright, 4 more turns and I'll be able to connect that into the capital. I just feel like I want to connect this into the capital too, but if I'm wait too long, then this independent people will turn into a city and it will be much, much harder to incorporate. On the other hand, it'll be easy to get them to join me. So there's that. But there's these guys here. And we are not like them at all. We don't have a lot of pressure onto them either. We will have direct pressure onto these guys. So let's not piss everybody off by ruining all these trade routes, including my own. There's no place else to really expand, except right here.
Let's go.
And I think, honestly... Oh, Merchant Star. Okay, that's good. We're all sitting at 7 stars for the most part. What would we pick? The Romans is an interesting choice. We may or may not have iron. We won't know until later. Persians are nice. I really do like the Immortals. I was thinking the Mauryans being right in the middle could have an advantage of getting a lot of influence, but the other option is if we go for the Carthaginians, which is a very odd merchant civilization because it doesn't give you any wealth at all. You have to have some way to make wealth on your own. Hey, Dr. Kane. Thanks for watching. I appreciate the I mean, let me just rephrase. He was thanking me for the bug report on the VIP mod, and let me thank him for the mod itself. I know these things take a ridiculous amount of time and effort to do well, and that's why there are so few that are done well. This one's tough too. +2 money on money producing tile. The benefit of the Carthaginians really would be that we could then sell, act as a middleman for everybody else.
Even if it's not yours, any human-built wonder is an impressive feat of design and
Oh,
construction.
now that's
Makes
the
me
other one
wish
we wanted to
I'd
go
done it.
after, isn't it? And that has 3 trade routes, but it has nothing to do with us. Much better. Let's go get them.
Things change.
Yes,
All right, Jew.
So, will this independent people be an ally or an enemy? A barrier or a blessing? Their future may not be in their hands.
The Elamites we might be able to win to our side diplomatically, because again, once they do turn into a settlement, I think we're going to have the most pressure
Hail,
onto them.
friend. I have a notion which would benefit us both.
The Olmecs want
Fascinating.
open
And
borders.
yet,
Beliefs and ideas are shared freely. That's an interesting... I do want them to not... You know what? I'm going to counter it and say, listen, give me a little money, spice it up.
I can go for that, if you might be a little more considerate.
Despite your good intentions, to accept so little would tarnish my glorious name.
Okay, well then. Your glorious name will have to avoid being tarnished. Yeah, I know, and I'm definitely interested, okay? But, see, that's what it wants. I think that's the spot. It's not a lot of production, so it's going to take a while for that outpost to turn itself into, you know, an outpost. But, it's the right spot to maximize our eventual output, I think. We're going to take a while to get this turned into a city anyway, so that outpost doesn't have to be there right now. Scientist stars have been earned. Oh, what is going on over there? There's a redoubt of a evil clan? I don't like that either. Ah, that was a spot where the deer were multiplying. Must have... Uh-oh. And I'm getting in a fight on 2 fronts here. Yeah, I know that they'll be upset with me, but I'm taking this. So, sorry, I guess? Mystics of the Thriving Crop. Losing some money in order to get bountiful. I think that's the way. Everybody should have it. They're still forced labored for another couple of turns. Yeah, let's get a maintenance quarter. Come on. Go for it. 58, 71. Our capital is way behind on production, in part because we still have not attached that to our capital. Alright, we're burning that. It's just such a nice province. I would like to add it to my collection, please. Because right now, our capital does have this and is gonna have that. There's really no way around that, unfortunately. This city could expand onto this, and then it would be 3 and 3. Alright, what are we missing for
Tell me
stability
about
stuff?
yourself.
Because honestly, pearls are missing. Not a lot of ancillary benefit, but...
Your empire.
Come, relax.
dye. I don't think we have any dye either. Let's see if we can also get something else we don't have from him. Perfect. Beautiful. Those Egyptians have a lot of good resources for us. So I think attaching this to our capital with lots of extra stability. Uh-oh. I have to go deal with that fight in a minute. It's definitely the right call. Hey, we even got an expansionist star out of it. Do we have the merchant title? Or badge? We do. We have a very big merchant badge. Holy moly. It's hard not to say we should pick the Carthaginians for that purpose, because we would just make a killing be selling all these resources through the center of this map. I think that's the right call. And I think we want to build an outpost here and connect it into our capital. We want to build an outpost here that we are building, connected into this city. Oh no, where did all my influence go? Crap. I was saving up and then I must have spent it on something. Was it a... It might have been some of those other... we're gonna return for sure. Might have been some of those other... Oh, I had to attach that. That cost a lot. Okay. Ugh.
Off we go.
I need more influence. Please give me more influence. I like it when they forgive a grievance. We're gonna have so much in a second here. Alright, I think we need to keep running away from these jerks.
I'm on it.
I don't have a way to increase much. We have to clear these ruins because they're currently not being exploited right now. It actually shouldn't take long at all. There we go. Done. Worth it. Now, the capital doesn't even have palisades yet. 10 industry would be for free, basically. What's the best I could do building a maker's quarter for any? 7? Yeah. 7 for 7 or 10 for 5. The 10 for 5 is very appealing. Alright, and unfortunately, I want to claim this before somebody else does. 7 and 15... But it's along that river. That river is super good. But I think that's where we gotta go. An aesthete star? What caused me to gain aesthete stars? Just that. Maybe it wasn't just that moment. Could have been before. Hello, Dr. Kane. Welcome back. Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. Okay, so the harbor being a market quarter does help. Yep, I could see that. APE. What is APE? Is it one of the new ones that I'm not familiar with? Looks like we're still in a position to be the first ones to the next era. I'm thinking it's too early. Oh! Achaemenid Persians. I don't know if I'm even saying that right. Yes. You're right, because I think the Persians have the bonus on their district. Yeah. So yeah, the influence is my current weak point, but
no
I
doubt
think
this independent people possess sophisticated customs, rights, language, and beliefs. I do hope you're going to treat them
they're going to
well.
chase us to the bottom of this damn peninsula, I think. And honestly, this spot is probably the best place we can possibly stand against them. Oh, except these are archers. WTF. Guess we could just charge downhill at them. Always move your guys like that to get the bonus from friendly. And being in forest means we get a bonus combat strength against range attacks. I think we can take them. Oh, he's running! Ah! What a jerk! Oh boy. Okay, I thought we could take him. Maybe we still can. We can wipe that guy out. And then we can get this guy with a flanking attack, which is gonna really hurt us, but it's better than losing everything, I think. Maybe. I think if I get back in the woods, I might survive. Go get him! They might kill us here, though. The woods might be enough. Oh, these guys survive, too. They can run away. The battle continues. Okay. So, bonus money on harbor. Yeah, I think so. Oh, irrigation. Absolutely. Forgot about irrigation. And then we want hydrology next so that we can take advantage of all these rivers we've got going. Huns also get some influence, huh? One thing I thought about, let's see, this is going to go badly here, I think. Oh, is it our turn? They already shot us? Okay. Well, I think we're going to lose one of these no matter what. So let's make it happen. Yep, they both died. One thing I was wondering, and I don't know if this is possible within the mods, but this watchtower has always seemed very weak for what it does. It just gives you a little bit of vision range. And to me, that can be valuable, don't get me wrong. But I wonder if it couldn't be improved. Even just by lowering its cost. But the other one was, I wonder, is there a way to give you more militia during a siege? Like one of those weaker defense-oriented things could be based on, oh, get an extra militia in the siege when you build this infrastructure. I don't remember which one it was, but there was an infrastructure that I saw that was like, oh, it's the one that gives a small bonus to garrison stability, if I remember correctly. City Watch. Seemed like that would be a one that makes a lot of thematic sense to also get an extra +1 militia during sieges or something. Or the Watchtower line. That's a good one too. I don't mind that either. Thematically, that could be, you've got more warning that the enemy's coming, so you have more time to raise the surrounding countryside to get some militia to help you defend against the siege. But the Watchtower line is the one that feels like it's the weakest that needs a buff, so that seems like a cool little, just a nice little addition. Like if you know you're in a defensive position, then having that extra militia could make a difference, especially if you're in a city with a lot of districts. Yeah, you're right. No, I was thinking the City Watch, from a balance perspective, you're probably right on that it would be too strong to buff it more. But I was thinking from a thematic point of view. But I could also get some headcanon for that Watchtower line. All right. I always get sad when I get these scout units. Can you make the Pathfinder bonus also heal outside of friendly territory like the initial ones do? It's so frustrating to be scouting in the early game. I guess you're not supposed to be able to scout and hunt effectively. Like if you want to scout you can scout, but if you hunt, you have to run back to friendly territory to heal all the time. It's very frustrating to do that, especially because hunting the deer and stuff, it's like, oh, here's 5 gold. Oh, great, now I can still do nothing with it. It hasn't saved me any time. Oh, I didn't want to move them. I think they're just going to hang out over here. Okay, scout rush is a thing, I guess. That's annoying. Oh boy. Ooh, those guys just got weaker. But I don't think I want to attack him with a single guy at the moment, especially when it's an archer. So I'm going to back up a little bit. And we're still waiting to get more there.
We'll keep an eye.
I guess these guys can come over here and help me deal with this. Oh, hang on. Okay, we finally have the ability to influence them. Wow! The Mycenaeans have bribed the hell out of them. We gotta deal with that. Make sure they are our friends first and foremost. And we have a lot of money with which to do it.
Your empire.
But is there something better to spend that money on?
How do you
Silk,
do?
perhaps.
In every sense of the question.
More stability. More! Wahahaha. And yeah, I think we do want to send these guys over. There, we've maxed it out, but we can increase it by. We're going to overtake the Mycenaeans. This is where I want a city. It's just too expensive for me to do it right now. I've taken so much stuff with outposts that I can't convert it. I don't have the right civics. Is there a way to... So, I don't know how familiar you are with, for example, the history of, like, the balance mods in, like, Civ 5 and such. But one of the things that I really liked about what they did is they gave a complete upgrade path for the scouting units throughout the game. And one of the things that bugs me is that I've got this cool scout unit that I've been in a lot of battles with, and so it's level 2, but it doesn't have an upgrade path. So I'm just going to wind up destroying it into one of my cities and losing all of that experience. So it would be nice if there was a scout unit in the future eras. And I don't know how, like, obviously scouting is very valuable early in the game, but it's much less valuable later. Maybe looking into how Vox Populi worked with that to make the scouts more valuable. I don't know, maybe give them some special ability that maybe they turn into healers or something later on. I don't know. I don't know what you could do with them to make them viable later on. Scouts do upgrade? What do they upgrade to? Do they upgrade to something in the classical era? Or do they just upgrade straight to warriors? I thought I remember looking at that and they didn't upgrade when I wanted them to, but maybe I just hadn't had the technology yet. Oh, that's right, the scout... Okay, so that's right, they have scout light horse, right? So I didn't realize those were still considered scouts, but I guess that makes sense. Okay, I take it back. Because they are good to send out in long-range things. And because I think so, they ignore zones of control. Does the heavy cavalry also ignore zones of control? Is that also a thing? They don't. Okay, so that's what makes the light horse unique, is the ignoring of zones of control. Now, and I don't know if this is possible in a mod, but one thing, and I don't know whether you see it as an issue either, but one thing that people have said, and I kind of agree on, is that being able to act first in combat has such a big advantage. Even though the defender does get that defensive bonus, the +2 combat, just being able to, like, okay, fire all of your archer units first and then attack the same unit with, like, 3 different units from 3 sides and wipe it out before it even gets a shot. That seems so powerful. I wonder, and part of that is, especially in smaller battles, like battles of 4 versus 4 or 5 versus 5, being able to, like, flank behind and hit the enemy archers before they even fire, because there's just no way to block a light horse from doing that. I wonder if one of the things you could do to slightly nerf the attacker advantage, the attacker initiative advantage there, would be to reduce the movement points of the attackers in the first turn only by 1. Is that that probably is a possibility. I don't know if it's a good idea. Again, I haven't played a lot of it yet. So maybe there's not as big of an issue as I'm making it out to be. But I have seen other people complain about how if I'm not the one to attack, I don't want to be involved in combat because there's just such a huge advantage to that. And I think that's true sometimes. I don't know how true that is all the time. So that's okay. Let's take a look at how that's gonna. Oh, they charged up the hill here. So this is my archer versus those guys. I don't have fortifications, so it's actually real bad. We're gonna run. Should put those walls in the list. But now we can group up and take them on with some defensive guys there. Ah, so there is possible to do penalties to units on turn 1. Well, the defender has that defensive bonus only on the first turn. Oh, but that automatically is disabled every turn unless you use up your attack stat. Unless you give up your attack, then it gets reapplied. So that's probably how that is done. And these guys are still just chilling here, waiting for me to get enough influence to build a third city. It's really hard to get that if you keep spending it on other things. Like, I just spent it to get these guys influenced again. I keep forgetting to not spend it. Spend money. Don't spend influence. And we maybe are in a position... Well, okay, so we've got one more here, and then we've got this. I do, by the way, I think this is part of the mod, right, that makes it so science, it's the actual science production rather than number of technologies. That seemed like a no-brainer to me. Right, the attacker does get the defender bonus. That's true of every unit that doesn't attack, it gets that defender bonus. But yeah, so that, I was like... I looked at that during the open betas, and I'm like, well, that's dumb, because then it's just like research all the cheapest techs, even if you don't need them. It's like that's annoying. But now, was this something that was fixed in vanilla or in your mod? The idea that the builder star, you need to actually construct the districts, not just have them in your empire. Because one of my largest criticisms of the game when it initially came out is that aggression and war was by far rewarded way more with fame than anything else, because if you attacked and took over a city, it actually advanced 4 of your era stars for just that one thing. You got the advance for militarist stars, you got the advance for expansionist stars, you got the advance for population, and you got the advance for builder stars. And at least weakening it so that builder stars are things you personally have to construct, not just take over, was very good at just tweaking that and making it a little bit less powerful. So yeah, I like those 2 changes, and obviously, yeah, the science one was part of the mod, and I appreciate that for sure. And I know that you mentioned that the fame stars calculation has been changed. In vanilla, it's set up so that it's always like the same tiers based on the map and the game speed, as I recall. It didn't really change depending upon your circumstance, but this changes on your circumstance. The more fame you have, the harder it is to get more stuff. And that does seem like a good anti-snowballing technique. And it seems to make the games feel a lot tighter, especially as you get into the mid game, where that penalty really starts to crunch when you get to like 7,500, and now your era stars do get considerably harder, and the other players have a bit of a chance to catch up in fame. Or at least it feels that way. Maybe it's not really happening. Who knows?
Even leaders and empires.
Give me money.
Demonstrate genuine fairness, and anything is possible.
Those are such snarky comments, too. Genuine fairness, you know. Not the fake fairness that you were showing us before. That's not it. Alright. Let's head back over this way and see if we can't find those. There's a redoubt over here that is going to be a thorn in my side if I don't deal with it. Oh, there they are. Well, whatever. I'll go. Oh, the redoubt's gone. Somebody took care of it already. Guess I can thank somebody for that. Now, let's see. +9 doesn't seem like it's very high. I thought it was going to be better than that. Now, if I build a harbor and then I get the Carthaginians, does the harbor automatically upgrade? Or do I have to build over the old harbor with the Carthaginians' emblematic quarter? Or do I get to build a second harbor as the in form of... Oh, that's not good over there. And I have to say, one of the other things that really frustrated me when the game came out is how difficult it was to build stuff, especially quarters. They just ramped up in cost so fast. And I noticed in one of the patches they changed it so that each individual base district increases in cost only based on the amount of that type of district. So your makers' quarters ramp up as you build more makers' quarters, which is much better than, oh, I built a bunch of farmers' quarters and now I can't build anything else because they weren't makers' quarters. Production has always been the king resource in all of Amplitude's games because they never really try to deal with it properly. Now, what is here attacking? A double bear? Double bear? Come to my aid, runners! It's a double bear. So, now that's interesting. You can build the, what is it, Chthon? Or the Carthage here. Chthon, right? I don't remember being able to build a Chthon. Sorry, let me rephrase. After I become the Carthaginians, even if I haven't built any harbors yet, I get the option to build a Chthon, but not harbors. Harbors disappear from my build queue as a possibility. So I need to build all my harbors, or at least queue them up in the ancient era before going into classical in order to get the double harbor. Chthon replaces harbors, so you need to build the harbors before getting Carthage or after. That's bonkers. It's also a little annoying. Like, it seems like probably shouldn't work that way, but I guess. Oh, I just realized I have no coastal territories in my capital region. It's only these ones down here. I don't think Carthage is the right play because of that. Now, when this city eventually does, look at this. It's got some beautiful, beautiful coastline for a double harbor. Oh, that's hard to ignore. But this one doesn't. This one just has a tiny little spit here. This one has a decent one over here. So I think I'll just go with a regular old harbor. There's another faction that has good harbors, right? The Dutch? Does the Dutch have... Oh, no, they have a building that wants to be built next to harbors. Oh my god. If you can put the Dutch next to a double harbor? Wow. That seems a little crazy. That you can have 4 harbors and it's normally limited to 1. That sounds, as the kids like to say, OP. Now, I wonder how effective these public fountains are. I like the idea. Growth is... I mean, I like the idea of having it. I just don't like the idea of spending 6 turns to get it. Like, when you look at that and you go, yeah, but I could have, like, +5 food... And that not only increases my growth, but also it gives me additional, population capacity, since that's really what food is. it does increase your growth, but it's really about population capacity that the city can support. So this always irks me. I don't know if just lowering the cost on it would be valuable. Later on, when it's like 1 turn's worth of production, I guess maybe. The other thing that kills me is, and I know this is, at least part of this is in the vanilla game, right? These colonies, that's in the vanilla game. I don't know how much you tweak this, but I'll get here to the classical era and unlock colonies, and I'll build a brand new city, and it's got 3 times more infrastructure than my oldest capital city that I've been building with for 25, 30, 40 turns. It's kind of insane. I actually have not bought either of the DLCs because of the reports about how crazy unbalanced and broken they are. Maybe the new one is the South African or the South American one, right? So maybe I can get the African one now, and then the lower your surplus food is, the better extra food is. Yes. Okay, so you're saying if I have plus 32 food, which is pretty decent, getting the growth can be more valuable. Whereas if I'm only sitting at plus 5 food, then getting extra food would be more valuable. I don't know. I'm just saying, maybe lower the cost a little bit or throw a little extra food on there or something. I don't know. Maybe it's just me being psychologically going, but it's not food.
5 farmers' quarters for 1 city. Somebody is going down in history with the title of the Satiated.
All right, so this might be the moment. Flip to the next era. Let me see, how many of these? We've got 13, and we're really only close in terms of money. Actually, okay, we can definitely go get there for the money. It's like 3 turns or less. The other thing I noticed, money, specifically the merchant star, appears to be based on your net income, not your production. So if you have large armies, it severely hurts your merchant stars. I'm not necessarily against that. I just kind of wish that was more clear in the interface. I had to do a little digging around to figure out if that was the case. But it seems to be the case.
Follow me. Off we go.
Where's that double bear? Oh, we got this. So, ooh, you know I love bonus stability on river when I have this many rivers. This one's very cool too. How much of these tenants were changed in the mod? I noticed, I mean, I didn't go over every single individual change. It's, okay, a bunch of changes to civics, a bunch of changes to cultures, a bunch of changes to tenants. I'm just curious, how did you tweak all of these? A lot of these? Most of these? Because I do like the +1 food on dry grass. That's a very interesting one that could be quite useful in certain situations where you just kind of get screwed on the terrain generation. Like, well, I got a lot of territories with dry grass. Smite unbelievers. That's actually really cool because it's not easy to get experience in your starting units. And 25 is enough to get them to level 1 right away. Bonus war support when winning a battle. Ooh, that can be really potent too. Abstain from intoxicants. I think I gotta go with the virtuous as water. Especially because it looks like I don't have a lot of places to expand to, so I'm gonna need to build up. Have you considered, Oh, I forgot to change to a cool religion. Have you considered the balance of like tall versus wide? Because it seems like the game still heavily favors having more cities over fewer cities that have high stability. As far as I can tell, the only bonus that stability, high stability gives you is that bonus to your influence production based on population. Population gives 2 influence per pop instead of 1, which, don't get me wrong, is still very good. But I don't think it's enough to overcome, like, oh, I'm hemmed in on all sides, and like, oh, the only place that I could possibly expand into is a very good ally on which I'm relying on a bunch of those resources. I don't want to attack them, so maybe I can just build up, my current empire or whatever. What do you mean tall was always cheesy? No, it's annoying. Okay. Tingle. If more cities is always good, then you don't have to think about whether you should expand or not, right? Expansion should be a considered choice. It shouldn't just be an automatic thing that you always want to do. That makes for poor, boring gameplay. So that's why it needs to be a choice. Now let's see what the situation is here. Oh, I've got reinforcements, but this guy has to survive. But it looks like he will. Probably. Oh, never mind. These guys were inside the battle zone, so they're all total... Oh, God. I don't even need to do this. He's definitely just gonna die. No! Okay, you're talking about it from a thematic standpoint. He says if tall was a thing, then Iceland would have gone to the moon in 1910. Well, they could have used a volcano. That would be a very interesting story. I want to see a movie based on that right now. But Venice was a very small little thing, but had an outsized impact on the rest of the world. The rest of the Mediterranean, for example. Carthage was kind of the same way. There was only a couple of major cities within Carthage, but it had, a big impact. And it did a lot of colonizing and stuff. So, I don't know. Maybe Carthage isn't the best example. But there are other examples of areas that are small geographically, but had very big impacts on the world stage. The extra influence for having less cities. Oh, you're right. If you have less cities in your city cap, you get more influence. I forgot about that. The reduced merge city costs. Okay. Better pop outputs in the mid to late game. That's true. I kind of wish there was a little better bonus specifically for just having high stability. Because the difference between keeping your stability above 90% and just keeping it above 30% is like, okay, 6 districts. I could have an extra 6 districts. Now, granted, maybe 6 is too many because then you have no room for error if you ever lose access to luxury resources or something. So let's say an extra 4 or 5 districts versus a little bit of extra influence production. Well, that's just my point. Dr. Kane says tall versus wide is not about having few territories. It's about having lots of cities with few territories versus a few cities with lots of territories. And that's my problem, because you still need a lot of territories for either one. I wish there was a sort of way to benefit from, and not necessarily, I don't know, to benefit from being a area that if you're hemmed in, you're not out of options. You can instead choose some options that make your particular style work better. You get bonuses for being, like in the Vox Populi mod, I think if your happiness is over a certain point, then you get bonus up to 10% bonus to your various productivity, science, and money, and production and food output and things like that. And that's really, if you don't spam a lot of cities, then you're going to have more happiness so that you can take advantage of that. So it feels to me like stability is, especially like this empire stability does nothing. It used to determine how fast your civic points came in, and then they decided to use civics as another way to sync your influence points. I still don't think influence is done being fixed. They might have washed their hands of it, but it still feels like, okay, we're just going to make it so that civics cost more and more as the game goes on, and that's it. So, okay. Like, it still doesn't feel valuable to have a lot of influence. I mean, obviously, you get the fame. That's great. But if you're not doing a lot of outpost construction, city merging, or things like that, you can just be sitting on massive amounts of influence, not doing anything with it. And that feels wrong. I guess at that point, you're just pumping it into civics and just being like, yay, now I get to choose some bonuses. But I don't know. That's just me. I do like that the autocracy got buffed. I don't know if the bonus city cap, that feels really strong. But then again, what are you balancing against? Extra influence? I guess those kind of suck because you want both, right? If your city cap is higher, in order to fill it, you need to build outposts and then attach outposts and create cities, which means you need the influence. But I guess what this really is it's about influencing other people and taking their stuff by force. You don't need influence to found a city if you're conquering it because you have a grievance that you've built up because they're in your they're your culture and you're oppressing your people. Yeah, I guess that's true. And I don't know that I want... You're right, Civ 5 is revolving around that tall versus wide thing. And I'm not sure I'm necessarily asking for that to be present here. I just wish there was a slight advantage to... And mostly acting as a bit of a catch-up mechanic, right? Because if you have a massive amount of extra stability like I do right now, that is in part because I'm a little behind. Like, I need to build a bunch of frickin' quarters to take advantage of that extra stability, and I'm not doing it. But, so I'm not saying there should be a reason to, like, max out your stability like this. I just wish there was a reason to care whether your stability was above 90% other than the 31. Because I think there used to be, like... Okay, that's the other thing. Positive events are more likely to occur in this city. So, okay, there is a slight other thing that can happen. I haven't noticed that particularly, but... Jeff T! How's it going, my friend? Pardon my crappy microphone. My mixer died on me, so I've just got my headset now, at the moment, until... And our dog also decided to almost die, so we had a massive vet bill. Betville. So I'm not going to be able to afford a new mixer in the near future, but I'm making do. Tingle, you're right. I'm not comparing anything to Civ 5 vanilla. I'm comparing it to the Vox Populi mod, which does a fantastic job of... oh, look at that. Sailing research. Of balancing that game and improving it significantly. One of the really... I've never seen it done anywhere else, and it's very cool. In Civ 5 Vox Populi, happiness revolves around comparing your city's development to the other player's cities, right? So, if it looks at the four major things, right? Food production, gold production... I'm sorry, food and hammers, gold, science, and something else, and I can't remember what it is now. But anyway, if, say, for example, your science is compared to the world average, how much average per pop science is every city making? It has a calculation to figure that out, plus or minus whatever. And it says if your city is making significantly less than this average, then that makes your pops unhappy due to illiteracy. And if your food and production, food and hammers is too low compared to the rest of the world, then that makes your... And this is a per pop thing, right? So small cities get a break. But the bigger your city is without it being developed, like infrastructure, like buildings and improvements to the land around the city, the bigger it is without those, the more unhappy it's going to be, especially if other people are really building very developed cities. So it's this compare and contrast thing that makes you really feel like the happiness is tied into the world, right? Because your people aren't unhappy until they realize that somebody else has it better, right? They didn't know they wanted a library, but once they realize that every city over in that empire has a library, they're like, why don't we have a library? This is BS. So... that's a really cool thing. Yes, Jeff, I have a Discord. It is Bridger1580. Put it in the chat there. I think, let me double 100%. Copied. Yes, that's it. Okay, just making sure. Humankind needing better catch-up mechanics. And I think the stability is kind of one of them. Because if you're hemmed in, then you're probably going to be using a lot of your territories as individual cities, or maybe just with one territory attached because you have no other option. And as a result, you'll have stability to spare. So I think that if you add some other tiny bonus to being above 90% stability, that could help as a catch-up mechanic, because the bigger, wider empires are going to really use their city cap to its fullest effect, and so they're not going to have as much extra stability. At least that's my idea of how it probably will go. Although they'll have access to a lot more luxury resources, maybe. I don't know. It's pretty hard to make these. Anyway, I have been talking so much that I have really no idea what I'm working on. I could assimilate this, but I don't wanna, because this is such a beautiful city location. I just want it to grow. I just want it to be my friend. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, but you can add me on Discord, and yeah, we can connect and find a server. I have a server that's not for me personally. Just I have a server that's for my local friend group. But I don't have a Discord server. I'm sorry, if that's what you were asking. Not for my fandom, such as it is here. And that's a good point about the Austro-Hungarians, and high stability doesn't necessarily mean you're behind. And, Jeff, I also have a presence over on YouTube that's much larger. But yeah, absolutely. We'll totally catch up. I think I'm probably going to Classical very soon here, so I'm probably going to be logging off. But I can pop on Discord and we can chat in a bit if you're going to be around. What am I going to do with these guys? I think I'm just going to move towards the capital. Commiserate. What do you got to commiserate about? Alright, cool. So yeah, we are getting real close here. Let's see. We are at 14. That's the last one I think I cared about. This aesthete star is going to take too long. I don't want to be missing out. Alright, already missing out on this. I don't think I was going to do that one anyway. I don't know. I really do want the Carthaginians, but I don't want the Carthaginians. So, like, the Persians getting a bonus city cap is nice. I don't think I'm going to be expanding my territory, though. That's the thing. Maybe the Greeks would be good. I don't have much in the way of science production, so I think getting one faction that is going to help me boost that for the future is going to help. Because, let's see here. I'm actually keeping up on science. And what about my science stars? Science stars are actually doing real well, which actually suggests that I could do well with the Greeks. Do I need to round out with the Carthaginians? Or, better yet, I could just double down on population and go with the Celts. But it's the quarters I need. What's the builders for this one? The Maya? I think I have so much stability. I think this is the option now. I think this is definitely the option. I have so much potential for district construction. And it's a religious district, so it's going to get bonuses from... It's got faith, so I can try to spread my faith. What do they got? The Javelineers. A specialized ranged unit that poisons. I never get to play with them yet. Alright, so I think we're going to go with them before somebody else grabs them. Because I think we have a lot of production we can do on districts, and that will really help us catch up in fame. Although we're ahead in fame, but not catch up. But we want to get there before the rest do. The rest are all thinking about it. They're getting real close. So that's going to do it for this particular game here. I'm guessing we'll be back on Sunday afternoon. Tomorrow I'm playing an 18xx game over at a friend's house. Board game, tabletop board game about trains. Yes, that's right. I play train games. Haha. Booyah.
As urban centers grow, both ideas and sewage are generated.
That's a Mayan phrase, right?
The
Booyah.
Maya had excellent ideas for construction and calendars.
Oh, and we get to claim a new wonder. We'll figure all that out. Wow, we have a long way to go with regards to builder stars, though. Damn. First one's going to be very hard to reach. But we're going to have 3 cities, because this one can finally be settled. I'm going to do that so I don't forget. Boom, right now. And then, I don't even have the 45 to attach this, though. But we're going to start the classical era, probably Sunday afternoon. So if you guys want to catch up there, we'll see you then. Have a good one.